Hey everyone, I'm Pion and welcome to the Lone Chameleon. What is the Lone Chameleon, you ask? I like to call it a 2D puzzle game with multiple characters. It released a few days ago on Steam and this is what it looks like. So in this game you have to get all your characters to the exit, which is this square over here. But before you do so you have to activate the exit by pressing certain buttons. In this level you have to activate the green and the yellow button over here and over here. And the green button can only be activated by the green character, the yellow one can only be activated by the yellow character. Now all of these characters have different abilities. Well, not quite true, the blue one has no ability whatsoever, but the other two have special abilities, and later in the game there will be a fourth character which I did not unlock yet. I played the game for a little bit over an hour, and this is level 16, and I will show you the levels in a moment. So let's first solve this level, shall we? So you can move around, and besides that the blue one cannot do anything, he can just move around, he's pretty boring. The green one can jump, but only over gaps, so I will show you that in a moment. So the yellow one has a special ability. Well, let's demonstrate it the other way around. So the green one can move over here, and he can move into this red area. And now he's stuck, because there's a demon over here who stops him from moving. So I'm completely stuck here now. But the yellow one is immune to the demons. So he can go over there and deactivate the demon's wrath. And therefore the green one can now move again freely. And now I can demonstrate you the jump. Wait, woohoo, jump, 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 jump. The really cool ability, or the really cool thing about green's ability, however, is that he can make others jump. So I can, put the yellow one over here and then press space here, and the yellow one will jump. And that's a really cool idea. I really enjoy this mechanic quite a lot in this game, actually. I think it's the best part of the game, that you can make other characters jump. That's just a really cool idea and works pretty well for a lot of puzzles. So what I will do now is I will move in the red area again. But before I do that, I will want to show you another, like a good mechanic, I guess, in the game. So if I press D here, the character will not actually move into the red area. I have to confirm that I really want to step in there by pressing space. Now I'm stuck, and that's really good. Or it's really good that I have to confirm that, because it would be very easy to accidentally step into it. And that's the biggest issue with this game. The game has no undo button, which would make this horrible. So there's no undo button. You have to restart the whole level if you screw up, and it's really easy to screw up. And that's my biggest issue with the game. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that a little more in a moment. So what I do now is get the yellow one over here. And now I will move the blue one in here as well. Now both characters are stuck, and that seems like a terrible idea. However, you might have noticed the yellow triangle the blue one stepped on, and that is a sign for an elevator. So this tile is an elevator tile, and I can press E to activate the elevator. And now I'm still stuck because there's another demon over here, but the green one is free to move again. And now we can move in over here, use this elevator, get over here, get on this moving platform. And now you might have noticed at the moment I stepped off the elevator, it did go down again. The same is true for the moving platform, but it will not actually stop where it started. It will just continue moving until it reaches a wall or anything like that. It will also be blocked by the demon's wrath. And that's definitely an important mechanic in this game. So the platforms will not just go back where they started. They will go, well, the other way, like back in the direction they came from, but they will not stop until there's a reason to stop. And that is being used in multiple levels, which is an interesting mechanic in it of itself. Okay, so let's actually activate the buttons. Now the exit is activated, and then we just have to get there, and we do so by getting the yellow one over here. And now we're still kind of stuck because I can't move out of here, and I could leave the level now. That would force me to restart, however, because the blue one is not getting out of here. And the only way of getting him out here is to get the green character over here and make sure I'm not stepping into the exit accidentally. Go over here and make him jump there. And now go over here again, move there, get the green back over here, get the blue one here, jump. And now I can get everyone to the exit. And I managed to do it without restarting. I'm very proud of myself. The last time I played this, I had to restart it, I think 3 times. Not because I failed to solve it, I just screwed it up. I did the wrong move accidentally. And as I mentioned, there's no undo button. And that's really annoying. It's really annoying. It's the biggest gripe I have with this game. The undo button would make this way less annoying. The thing about this game is, that levels get fairly complex later on. So, well, let's go to the level select screen. So level 19 is the first level level 19 is the level I stopped playing. So this level is actually quite cool. It revolves around moving your characters back and forth and activating all 3 buttons at the same time, which is kind of tricky to do, especially because there's a new mechanic here, which is those moving what's the word? Pistons. You can move them by pressing the yellow button, and that will move this piston up and down. And that's the new mechanic here. And this level is actually fairly cool, but it requires a lot of steps, a lot of back and forth with all 3 characters. And there's a lot of room for accidental missteps. And every time you misstep, you have to press this button and start all over again. And that's just super annoying. This just killed me. Like, I'm in general not a big fan of complex puzzles. I like complicated puzzles, but I'm not a big fan of complex puzzles. Like, even in the puzzle games I enjoy the most, like Infinity Factory, for example, I never solve the big puzzles. I never do that. I stick to the small ones and try to play them, solve them optimally or something along those lines, or set my own challenge. But I never solve the really complex thingies. And the same is true here. Like, this level is like on the edge. It starts to get a little bit too complex to still be fun for me personally, but the fact that there's no undo button and you have to restart for every misstep just seals the deal and makes this, forced me to, well, not forced me, but made me stop playing the game at this level because I got too annoyed. Overall, the game is not bad though. The first few levels are a little easy because they're tutorials. They're a little bit straightforward, but then there's a difficulty jump. I think it was at level 7. And from then on, all the puzzles were pretty interesting actually. Most of them were pretty challenging. They introduced new tricks and new mechanics left and right, and had a pretty good pace. But it just got out of hand over time because the levels got bigger and bigger and more complex and required more steps in the right order, and that just, as I mentioned, sealed the deal for me. So overall, there are 60 levels. You can skip a few of them. Like, as you can see, every level gives stars and you unlock levels with stars, so you can skip a few if you get stuck in them. I'm not sure. I don't think you actually get rating. Like, I don't think the stars are a rating. They're just like, this level is very hard, so you get 2 stars for beating it. I don't think you can get 1 star in this level. At least, I always got full stars, and I don't see a way the game is actually rating your solution. So I think you will always get full stars, and just some levels are more valuable than others. As I said, 60 levels overall, which is a good number. It took me like a little bit over an hour to play the first 18, so you will have a little fun with this. The game's pretty cheap, only a few bucks. Another downside of it is there's basically no option menu. You can switch between full screen and window mode by pressing this button. You can mute all sounds by pressing this button, and you can switch between French and English with this button. And besides that, that's it. No resolution options, unfortunately. No separate sound sliders. Well, not too important. There are almost no sounds in this game, so that's not a big deal. But still, resolution options would be nice. Proper window mode, borderless window mode, full screen options would have been nice as well. And rebindable keys. And in general, more hotkeys. There's no hotkey for undoing something. There's no hotkey for switching characters. That's a big mistake in my opinion as well. Like, it would be way more enjoyable to have buttons for those things and not to have to click on all the things. That's just annoying. Like, having maybe the 4 characters on 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then tap to switch between the characters, and well, R to reset the level, and maybe actually R to undo something and another button to reset the level. I'm not sure if it's an intentional choice to let the undo button, like, to have no undo button. I'm not sure. I don't think so, actually. I don't think it was a design choice, to be honest. It was just kept out either because it was too complicated to implement or because the developer forgot about it. But the lack of an undo button really kills this for me, but I think I said that multiple times now. So let's wrap this up. It's called The Lone Chameleon. You can check it out, and the link is, you can check it out yourself. The link is in the description below. I'm TH Point. Thanks all for watching. Have fun and see you next time.